really good to see everybody today. There's so many faces that I haven't seen for 15 years. There's people I grew up with. There's, in some ways you all have been part of my family and part of my growing up. Alan, I need that. My notes are right here. Sorry to all of you. But when my dad and I discussed the idea of my speaking today, his one piece of advice for me was, just don't cry. I'll do my best, Dad, but in giving it some thought, I realized that Mom, as some of you mentioned, would inevitably tear up when she spoke in public. As a child, I thought this was going to be lame, and if Dad and I were present, I would, and this is at Virginia Awards or a donor event or backstage on opening night, I would tell her, one, don't cry. And two, Dad and I would be in the back, and we would be placing bets on how long it would take. So I was kind of a jerk. And I do want to just say that was pride. I realize now, as an adult who has to sometimes give speeches in public, that the tears didn't come from weakness or sadness. They came from a place of pride, of being part of the community, of being part of a team that accomplished great things. So if I cry today, it's actually not from grief. It's from the fact that I'm so proud of her. And I'm so proud to be her daughter. Here we go. And I was going to say, if I don't make it through cleanly, can we at least agree that I come by it honestly? Yes. That I'm in good company. Yes. And that somewhere out there, Dianna is laughing because karma. And also, we haven't actually taken a moment to thank Bill for all of the work that he put into making this. Somebody who could, pull this whole thing together, that there was just so many pieces. And unfortunately, the lady who had the innate sense of dramatic pacing, excellent organizational skills, and the interpersonal knowledge of every single player in this crazy thing is no longer available. And Dad has stepped into the breach, and, Dad, I think Mom would be really pleased by today. And I wanted to be more involved, but as Dad has mentioned, I have a new baby. And Henry's pretty great. He's alert, he's affectionate, he's calm as long as you're holding him. And if you put him down, all hell breaks loose. So these days, if I can't do it with one hand and half my attention, it's not happening. And people keep telling me to extend myself some grace, that he's just 6 weeks old, so I deserve credit for getting dressed most of the time. And I appreciate that, but when my mom's baby was 6 weeks old, Dianna headed into rehearsal as production stage manager for Stefan Light Opera's Fiddler on the Roof, and she took me with her. As she would tell it, there was a spot for my bassinet under the stage manager table. There were chorus kids deputized to take me out of the room if I started to cry. And there were people who thought that she couldn't do it. There were people who said that a rehearsal studio was no place for kids, that I would disrupt the creative process, irreparably damage me. But that was the deal. If you wanted Dianna, she came with a kid. And to her, this was the only way to negotiate the line between the demands of her young family and the job that she loved, but in insisting on bringing me along, she unwittingly achieved two really significant things. First, I fell in love with theater. I'm not an artist by talent or by training, but I believe passionately in the ways that live theater creates change in the community, and that came from Mom. Mom believed that we all benefit when artists are given the opportunity to do their best, that artists are able to do their best when they themselves feel valued, and that it was important to create a home for artists, that helping talented performers and artisans put down roots and build lives that were anchored by the promise of regular employment at her organization. These days, I run a nonprofit that helps theater organizations lower their facilities costs in exchange for arts education in local public schools. And that would not have been possible without the values that I learned under those stage managers' tables all those years ago. Second, Dianna bringing me to rehearsal set an example for the next generation. To us, going to work with my mom was just the way things were, but in the last few weeks of my mom's life, she received several emails and letters from women who'd been chorus girls in those early days, who said that seeing a strong woman balance a career and a kid was revelatory to them. That thanks to her example, they were able to pursue their dual personal and professional goals with equal strength. That today, those women are mothers and artists both because of my mom. Woo!